Dear learners, you are welcome to secondary level mathematics program. Now we shall discuss about percentage and its application. You must have acquainted with the concept percent in different situations in your day-to-day life. And you also must have seen in different advertisement like in newspaper and television that sell up to 60% off. The rate of interest reduced by the bank is 10%, and sometimes you must have shared your friend that Ramesh got 93% mark in mathematics. In all the cases, we have used one of the concept, that is percent. Do you know what do you mean by percent? We are using the concept percent in our day-to-day life, particularly during purchase, sales, discount, when we are saving, and also when we are getting loan from the bank. In all the cases, we have used the concept percent. And right now, we will be discuss about what is percent. Percent mostly helps us to solving different problems which are based on profit and loss, discount, simple interest and compound interest. We shall discuss more about the concept of percent, how to convert percent to decimal and decimal to percent, and also we will discuss about the percent of a quantity, and also we have discussed about different application of percent like profit and loss, discount, simple interest and compound interest. Now we shall discuss about the concept of percent. Percent consists of two important words, one is per and another is cent. Per means out of and cent means 100, and there is a symbol which are used for the purpose of percent. You must have familiar with the fraction, the concept fraction. 7 by 13 means 7 out of 13 equal parts. 15 by 10 means 15 out of 100 equal parts, that is 15%. When you are talking about 23 by 100 is read as 23%, because when we are talking about a fraction when the denominator is 100, that time we read as a percent. Similarly, when you are talking about x by 100, that means it refers to x percent. And I have already discussed that the symbol is very important which is used for the term percent. Let us observe one situation how we compute the percent. Here we notice that there is a 10 cross 10 square grid and there are as a total 100 total square, and out of which 6 of the square are color, and you have seen that there is 6 squares are red color. When we are talking about the percent of red square, then there are 6 red square out of 100, and we write as 6 by 100, which is equal to 6%. Let us observe the second observation. The first observation of the figure is write the percent of shaded by each grid. Here in first figure there are total 100 grids, out of which 32 grids are in pink color which are shaded. When you are talking about the percent of pink color shaded, then we will find the shaded portion upon total, that is observe there are 32 grid which are colored through the pink color. So, the shaded portion of pink color is equal to shaded by the total which is equal to 32 upon 100, which is equal to 32%. So, we conclude that 32% shaded are in pink color, and similarly observe the second figure which is shaded through the deep orange color. Shaded are 75 upon 100, which is equal to 75%. So, we conclude that the deep orange color are shaded 75%. We can conclude that percent means per 100. For example, when you are talking about 25%, 25% means 25 upon 100. When you are talking about x percent means x upon 100, that is percent is a fraction in which denominator is always 100. Now we will discuss about how to convert fraction to percent. In order to convert fraction to percent, we followed two different steps. Step 1 is divide the numerator by the denominator to convert the fraction to a decimal. Step 2 is move decimal point 2, place it to the right and add the percent symbol. For example, when we are talking about 3 by 4, which is a fraction, and its decimal value will be 0.75. This is the first step, and when we are converting to move to decimal point 2 places, we will find that is 75. And as per the principle, at last we will give the percent symbol, so it will be 75%. Similarly, when we are talking about 1 by 5, which is a fraction, here numerator is 1 and denominator is 5, its decimal value is 0.20, and when we convert to its percent, we will be moved 2 places to the right, which is nothing but 20%. When we converting fraction to percent, this is the steps you just follow in this figure. 1 by 20, which is a fraction, the step 1 is we have to convert to its decimal. We will find 0.05. The step 2 is we will be moved to 2 places in right direction, then we will be find that value is 5%. Percent can be written as fraction as well as decimal and vice versa. Similarly, percent can be converted to decimal and decimal also can be converted to percent. Now we shall discuss about calculation of percent of a particular quantity. Do you know what is 12% of 34? Can you tell me what is 13% of 56? Also, can you tell me what is 78% of 57? In order to answer this question, we must have to follow certain steps in order to calculation of a percent of a quantity or a number. The step 1 is to determine a specific percent of a number or a quantity. We first change the percent to a fraction or a decimal, and step 2 is multiply it with number or a quantity. For example, when you are talking about 25% of 90, then we will get 25% means 25 upon 100, of means multiply, and 25 by 100 multiply with 90, we will get 22.50. When you are talking about 60% of rupees 120, then we will find 60% means 60 upon 100 multiply with 120, that is 72 rupees. Very simple. When you are talking about 120% of 80 kg, then we will find 120% means 120 upon 100 multiply with 80, then we will get 96 kg. Now we will discuss about converting decimal to percent. When we also converting decimal to percent, we also followed certain steps, and step 1 is move decimal point 2 places to the right, and step 2 is add a percent symbol at the end of the number. For example, when we are talking about 0.66, when we converting to percentage, we will be moved towards 2 decimal point to the right side and we will get 66%. Similarly, when we are talking about 0.845 and when we convert to its percent, and we will be moved to the 2 places of the decimal point to the right and we will get 84.5%. Now you follow the steps involved in converting percent to decimal. The step 1 is when we converting 4%, the step 1 is 0.4 and step 2 is 0.0 0.4 and we move to the 2 places to the right, we will get 0.004. We have learned about how to calculate percent of a quantity. Now we will discuss about calculation of percent of a quantity by using one example. The example is Sam purchased a scooter whose cost is rupees 36,450 and the rate of sale tax is 9%. Then find the total amount paid by the Sam. Then we will find solution like the cost of scooter is rupees 36,450 as the rate of sale tax is 9%. The amount of sale tax is 36,450 multiply with 9 upon 100 because 9% means 9 upon 100. The amount of sale tax will be rupees 3,280 rupees 50 paisa and the total amount paid by the Sam will be 36,450 plus 3,280 rupees 0.50, that is 50 paisa. Total amount paid by the Sam is rupees 39,730 rupees and 50 paisa. So, in order to purchase the scooter, Sam will be paid as a total amount 39,730 rupees 50 paisa. There are many situations where we calculate increase percent and decrease percent. The formula for increase percent is increase quantity upon original quantity multiply with 100. Example which is based on calculation of percent of a quantity or a number which is increase and which is based on increase percent. The example is there are 450 students in a school in 2015. In the next year, some student got admitted and automatically the strength of the school becomes 495. By what percent did the strength of a school increase? The solution is like the increase of strength of school is 495 minus 450 because the original number of student is 450 and increase 495. So, the increase in strength of the school is 495 minus 450 which is equal to 45. When you are talking about increase percent, the formula of increase percent is increase in strength by original strength multiply with 100%. So, increase percent will be 45 upon 450 multiply with 100% which is nothing but the 10%. When talking about decrease percent, the formula is decrease quantity upon original quantity multiply with 100. Similar example we will discuss now which is based on decrease percent. The population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. Find the percent decrease. Here the question is the population of a city decreased from 25,000 to 24,500. The population decrease is 25,000 minus 24,500 which is equal to 500. Now we are going to calculate decrease percent which is decrease in population upon original population multiply with 100%. When we solve, we will get decrease percent is 2%. Now we shall discuss about applications of percent. Basically, application of percent mainly 4 parts we will discuss now. One is profit and loss, another is a discount, third one is simple interest, and fourth one will be discussed about compound interest. The role of percent is very vital. Before calculating profit and loss, it is very important to know about what is cost price and selling price. Now we shall discuss about cost price and selling price. Cost price is the price at which an article is purchased is called as its cost price, and we generally write as CP. C stand for cost and P stand for price. Selling price is the price at which an article is sold, is called as selling price, and we shortly write as ASP, which is refers to selling price. Now question is, when will we get profit and loss? Profit or gain will happen when selling price is more than cost price, then there is a profit, and we can compute by the formula as profit equal to selling price minus cost price. Similarly, loss will happen when cost price is more than the selling price, then there is a loss, and we compute by using the formula loss equal to cost price minus selling price. We can calculate profit percent, loss percent, selling price and cost price by using certain direct formula. Remember, the profit percent and loss percent always calculate based on the cost price. Right now we will be discuss about more formula based on profit percent, cost price, selling price and loss percent. When you talking about profit percent equal to profit upon cost price multiply with 100. When we talking about selling price equal to cost price multiply with 100 plus profit percent whole upon 100. When talking about cost price is equal to selling price multiply with 100 upon 100 plus profit percent, and loss percent is equal to loss upon cost price into 100. Learners, in all the cases when we are going to calculate profit percent, selling price, cost price or loss percent, in all the cases we use the concept the cost price. Now we will discuss about application of percent that is based on profit percent. Now we will take one example. A shopkeeper buys a refrigerator for the rupees 12,000 rupees and sold at rupees 13,500. Find his gain or loss percent. First you have to see the question. The shopkeeper buys a refrigerator for rupees 12,000 and sold at rupees 13,500. Cost price is 12,000 and selling price is 13,500. Here the cost price is less than the selling price, that is why it must happen the profit. The profit will be, profit is selling price minus cost price, which is equal to rupees 13,500 minus 12,000, which is equal to 1,500. When you talking about profit percent, the formula is profit upon cost price into 100. Then we will find 1,500 upon 12,000 multiply with 100, which is equal to 12.5%. Now we will take another application of percent which is based on loss percent. Now we will be discuss about one of the example, that is a shopkeeper buys an article rupees 360 rupees and sell its rupees 270 rupees. Find his gain or loss percent. Now question is, the shopkeeper buys an article rupees 360 and sell its rupees 270, means selling price is less than the cost price, so automatically the shopkeeper lost something. And how will it be calculated the loss percent? Let us see. Here the cost price is rupees 360 rupees, selling price is rupees 270 rupees. Since cost price is more than the selling price, there is a loss, and loss equal to cost price minus selling price, which is equal to rupees 360 minus 270, which is equal to 90. And loss percent, the formula is loss upon cost price multiply with 100, and we will get loss percent equal to 90 upon 360 multiply with 100, we will get 25%. That means shopkeeper lost 25% in order to sell this article. Second important application of percent is discount. You are familiar with discount because during discount period generally we purchase more products. Do you know why shopkeeper gives discount? The shopkeeper gives discount due to attract the customer and sell more product. The alternatively process is the shopkeeper earn more profit. Now we shall discuss about another application of percent which is well known, that is discount. And we will discuss about discount by taking one example. The example is a shirt with mark price is rupees 375 and the shopkeeper sold it at a discount 15%. Find its net selling price. The solution is, here the mark price of this shirt is rupees 375. As you know, the discount is 15% of the mark price, that is 15% of rupees 375, which is equal to 15 upon 100 multiply with 375, which is equal to rupees 56.25, and the net selling price will be MP. MP stand for mark price, MP minus discount, because we are giving certain discount. Discount means we reduce from the mark price, which is equal to rupees 375 minus 56.25, which is equal to rupees 318.75 paisa. Thus, the net selling price of the shirt is rupees 318.75 paisa. Another important application of percent is calculation of simple interest. We shortly write as SI, which is nothing but PTR, where I stand for interest, which is extra money to be paid, and P is the principal, which is the amount of money borrowed or invested. T is the time period and R is the rate of interest. And this is the formula, I equal to PRT. Simple interest: when you deposit money into a bank, the bank pays you interest. When you borrow money from a bank, you pay interest to the bank. Simple interest is the money paid only on the principal, which is written as I. P stand for principal, which is the amount of money borrowed or invested. R is the rate of interest, which is the percent charged or earned. T stand for time that the money is borrowed or invested. Now we shall discuss about how to calculate simple interest. To buy a laptop, Radha borrowed rupees 35,000 for 3 years at an annual simple interest rate of 9%. How much interest will she pay if she pays the entire loan of at the end of the 3rd year? What is the total amount she will be paid to the bank? Here the principal is rupees 35,000 and the rate of interest is 9%, time is 3 years. Now question is, we just compare what is principal. Principal stand for P, which is equal to 35,000, and R equal to 9% and T equal to 3 years. We know that I equal to P into R into T, which is equal to 35,000 multiply with 9 upon 100, which is 0.09, multiply with 3, which is equal to 9,450. That means Radha will be pay rupees 9,450 as a interest. And how will we find the total amount? You can find the total amount A to be repaid on the loan by adding principal to the interest, which is equal to P plus I, which is the amount we write as A, that is 15,000 plus 9,450, which is equal to rupees 24,450. That means Radha will be repaid to the bank as a total rupees 24,450 on her loan. Another example, which is based on also simple interest. The example is Nancy invested rupees 6,000 in a bond at a year rate of 3%. She earned rupees 450 in a interest. How long was money invested? Means the question asks the year, that is the duration. Here I equal to P multiply with R multiply with T, that is I equal to PRT. I is 450, P is equal to 6,000, R equal to 3%, that is 0.03, and T. And 450 equal to 180 T, which is nothing but the 2.5. 2.5 means 2 year 5 month. That means the money was invested for 2.5 years or 2 years and 5 months. Calculation of compound interest is an important application of percentage. In compound interest, the interest paid on principal as well as interest that has already been earned. In each year, there is a new principal amount. Now we shall discuss about another important application of percent, which is well known as compound interest. Can you tell me what is compound interest? Compound interest is the interest paid not only on the principal but also the interest that has already been earned. That means when you are talking about compound interest, there is a formula, that is amount of the at the end, which is equal to P multiply with 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. T stand for time in a year and R stand for annual interest rate and P stand for principal, which is the amount at the start. Right now we will be discuss one of example, which is Dev invested rupees 1800 in a saving account that pays 10% interest compound annually. Find the value of investment in 2 years. Here the principal is rupees 1800 rupees and the rate of interest is 10% and time is 2 years. As per the formula, we know that A equal to P multiply with 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T. When we solve this, then we will get amount is 1800 multiply with 1.10 to the power 2, which is equal to rupees 2178, and the compound interest equal to amount at the end minus principal, which is equal to 2178 minus 1800, which is equal to rupees 378. That means after 2 years compound interest is rupees 378. Dear learner, we have discussed about percentage and its different application. Percent means per 100. It can be written as a fraction as well as decimal form. And its application is very important in our day-to-day life, particularly during purchase, saving, marketing and loan investment and in any other kind of business. I hope that you must enjoy learning with us. Thank you.
हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने में नौजवानों के पास प्रतिभा है, उन्हें अवसर चाहिए।
NIOS देता रहा है युवाओं को अवसर आगे बढ़ने का। NIOS से पढ़ने वाले इन युवाओं ने किया है संस्थान को गौरवान्वित। दिव्यांगों ने बन के दिखाया है सबल और आत्मनिर्भर। NIOS के साथ आप भी जुड़िए NIOS के संग।